Sermon 40 Commentary. The Khawarij emerged as a distinct group after the arbitration at Siffin. When Imam Ali's forces were on the verge of defeating Muawiyah, the Syrians raised the Quran on spears, calling for arbitration. A faction within Imam Ali's army, the Qurra, insisted on accepting, and they threatened rebellion if Imam Ali refused acceptance. Imam Ali warned it was a trick, but yielded under pressure. The Khawarijites later accused him of kufr for agreeing to human judgment instead of Allah's alone. They encamped at Nahrawan and began murdering those loyal to Imam Ali. The slogan that verdict is only with Allah became their rallying cry to reject Imam Ali's leadership and any human authority. The Imam confronted their misinterpretation head-on, affirming the slogan's verbal truth while exposing its twisted application. Governance is a human necessity, and rebellion against legitimate rule causes chaos, not divine order. Ibn Maytham al-Bahrani, in his Sharh, refers to the sentence where Amir al-Mu'mineen states, "The sentence is right, but what they think it means is wrong," as referring to one of the most infamous lines in the Nahj al-Balagha. The Khawarijites correctly recite the ultimate hukum, judgment verdict belongs to Allah, but they misapply it to reject all human governance, including the rightful Imam. This leads to anarchy, not divine rule. Governance, whether good or bad, is necessary in the world. Allah allows it as a part of divine plan. The pious continue righteous deeds under any ruler. The wicked exploit bad rule until their term ends. The Imam affirms social order's necessity, taxes, defences, security of roads and protection of the weak from the strong all require a functioning ruler. Without one, society would simply collapse into fitna. Allama Majlisi in his Bahar quotes many of the Imams explaining that the Khawarijites' error was literalism without understanding. They took the term "no verdict without Allah" to mean no human can judge or rule, ignoring that Allah delegates authority to his chosen Masum Imams. When Imam Ali states, "I am expecting the verdict, destiny of Allah on you," is a reference to a prophetic warning of their doom. Their rebellion would bring divine punishment, fulfilled at Nahrawan, where nearly all were killed. The sermon distinguishes legitimate resistance against tyranny from illegitimate rebellion against the rightful Imam. Allama Muhammad Hussain Tabatabai states that the core message is the necessity of governance in human society. Even bad rulers serve a function in Allah's plan, maintaining order, collecting taxes, and defending borders and protecting the weak. Absolute rejection of human rule leads to complete chaos, which is worse than tyranny. The pious strive spiritually under any ruler through obedience to Allah, whilst the wicked exploit bad rule for worldly gain. Both face divine accountability, ultimately at the end. Imam Ali's response refutes Khawariji's extremism and proves his own balanced understanding of religion. Truth combines recognition of divine sovereignty with acceptance of delegated human authority. Shaheed Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei frequently cited this sermon in lectures on governance, fitna, and obedience to legitimate leadership. He emphasized the part where Imam Ali states, "The sentence is right, but what you think it means is wrong," as a timeless warning against distorted religious slogans. Many groups misuse sacred phrases to justify rebellion, division, or rejection of rightful authority. Shahid Ayatollah Khamenei highlights the necessity of order. Even under imperfect rule, society needs governance for protection, justice and defense, and chaos benefits only oppressors and weakens the Ummah. Ayatollah Khamenei linked it to modern context, rejecting legitimate Islamic leadership, Walaya, under the pretext of only Allah rules, repeats the Kharijites' error and opens the door to tyranny, as seen historically and today. True faith requires supporting just rule and resisting oppression within the framework of divine guidance, not through anarchic rebellion. In his studies of the Nahj al-Balagha, Shahid Ayatollah Khamenei notes Imam Ali's calm, reasoned response amid provocation, which was a model for handling misguided zealots. He affirmed truth where it exists, corrected deviation firmly, and warned of consequences without hatred. This sermon is ultimately one of the clearest proofs against the Kharijites' ideology and for the necessity of legitimate governance under the Masum Imam. It remains a powerful refutation of extremism disguised as piety and a reminder that divine sovereignty does not negate the human need for order and authority.